Today we're starting work on our side yard. We planted the hopseed bushes in the bougainvillea a few years ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's kind of like an annual thing, gotta knock it back because they grow really quick. I was working on a job, and then a relative of the people whose house it was came and dropped these off in the bin. I'm like, whoa there, homeboy, I'll put those in my car. There you are. Yeah, so the flags that I'm picking up we'll reuse. It was getting discarded at a job I was at in the trash. I'm like, I'll take those, please. Cha. Alright, so the grass has got to go. It only looks good for like 2 months a year. The ground's really compacted, so it was really hard to actually get the soil moist for the grass to grow in the summer. So I'm going to use a process of solarization to get rid of it, which first I cut the grass short as I can get it, and then wet it really good, like fully soak it, cover it with clear plastic. This will have any grass or weed seeds that are in the ground will germinate and then die. And then I'll have weed-free dirt. This is, I think, the 4th project I've used this piece of plastic on. I've used it on my fireplace, I used it when I was painting the living room and a few other projects. This will be its last job though, so at least I got some miles out of it. We lost a hopseed bush a while ago, now we've got a hole in our fence line, so I'm making a redwood trellis to match the other trellises in my backyard to grow a vine. I picked a Mandevilla vine, which probably was a bad pick as they don't seem to handle the heat very well. So I'm attaching the trellis to metal stakes which are hidden to the ground. You can't really see them on film, but that's what I'm doing here. Alright, I'm gonna get started on the side yard. Pad plastic down, covering the grass, mostly weeds and some grass. It's been down for a couple of weeks. It should be down longer. I'm gonna keep it down, but I'm gonna start digging the French drain along the edge of the concrete to get rid of some watershed. We're gonna lose a little permeability with a little bit of rock going down. I'm gonna do a mosaic, see how that goes. Never done it before, we'll see. But I'm gonna start with the French drain today, so we're gonna start excavating. I've got my digger, Ted. Ready to work, buddy?
Yeah.
Gonna do some digging?
Yeah.
Alright. When I did my backyard last year, I did a French drain. It starts out there and goes that way, and then around the corner. It drains a lot of the rain coming down off this gutter here, and it actually does a great job. But when it rains really heavy, sometimes it flows in faster than it can absorb into the ground. So I'm gonna continue French drain going behind you that way. So here I have the existing sock drain, perforated drain, and I'm continuing to fall back to that drain to about here. So I've got about 4 feet falling back to the existing drain, and then I'm going to start sloping it back this way, and I'll probably put in a few holes. I found that once I get down to about 2 feet underground, the ground's really permeable. The water will just as fast as you can pour it in, it'll drain out. That's cool. So I just have to get down to about 2 feet, fill it up with rock, and the water will drain, no problem. And then when I go put some DG on this edge, it's not going to get soaked and basically broken. Broken DG is when it absorbs too much water, it loses its compaction, and you have to recompact it again, which is okay, but I don't want to do that all the time. I found a spot in the where I'm digging the trench where it was kind of sandy and really soft, so I'm just going to make a hole probably about 1 foot deep by 1 foot round-ish, and I'm going to do several of these, just that way I don't have to keep the fall on a consistent level. I can actually bring fall back to that hole and then drop it down to the next one, and then I'll do a bigger one where the excess water will go, but water will drain into these until this fills up, move to the next one. That way it's going to permeate evenly and faster. Don't try this at your home. I've got really good drainage. It might not work where you live. I didn't think it would work until I tried. I'm really just mining for granite. But this could be good. It's got some red. We'll clean it up and see. Digging the main drain. This is the lowest point of the French drain hole in that corner, but it's going to slope back this way again. This is the main drain, and I'm about over digging because it's...
You definitely don't want to fall into that hole.
Yeah, I gotta fill it in. I think people are worried that kids are going to fall in and stuff, but we got quite a few kids, so we'd probably still be okay. Feed them, put some food down there for them. That'd be good.
Okay, that's a really good way to like break your leg. Or I want you to put a trash can right there in there. So like that we have a pot. We have a pot in there, a black pot, okay. That at least if we put that there, and then I don't know, something safety proof just in case. It's in the garage, the black pot I'm talking about.
Fun.
No, the other way, the skinny side in.
Ooh.
Yeah, like that.
Pretty much at the end of the trench, I just got to dig out this last drainage hole. I don't know what you call these holes, but it's a hole for water to go in. And that'll be the trench done, and I've still got to excavate because I'm way too high here. There's a little bit of hard work involved in landscaping, and if you're a precious little princess, probably get someone else to do it for you, okay buddy? No one's gonna judge you.
What are you talking about? Where do you come up with this stuff?
I don't know.
We can't use any of what you said.
What?
We can't use any of that.
Why?
Because it's just like nothing you said made sense.
My wife thinks I can't use it. I'm going to put it up there. You'll see it because you'll see it. And I'm just joking, but seriously.
Ugh, your armpits. I can smell them from here.
These are working pits. Get a can of working pits.
It's definitely not good if I can smell that.
It doesn't smell so bad on screen. And now I'm going to put some stone down in the drain. Just the base layer of stone, so like an inch. And then build some stone around the planter box. There's not enough room for me to fit a 4-inch perforated pipe. So I got an old vacuum cleaner hose from a Rigid vacuum cleaner. I drilled a bunch of holes in it and I got the ends covered, and I'm gonna wrap it in permeable cloth and use it for my own drain. So my garden box, planter box, is on posts that are in concrete, so I could excavate the dirt underneath it. So I excavated 2 to 3 inches below around it so that it wouldn't have moist soil touching the wood. And I filled that in with drainage rock. And I'm going to make a little concrete stone mosaic pathway around it later. With a French drain or a sock drain, you have to tie the sock around both sides so that sediment doesn't get in and clog the drain. Because the drain actually is perforated, water flows in and out. The idea is to create a space where there is no sediment or stone or rock so water can move a little faster. So we had a choice between a beachfront house or a house with like good drainage and like easy digging, and we picked the good drainage and easy digging, of course, because we ain't stupid.